I think Marvel Rivals has Doctor Strange in the perfect position at the moment. The changes made to him in Season 4 have made him an absolute blast to play. The change from his Maelstrom of Madness going from 8 seconds to 6 seconds has actually provided such a nice ebb and flow and rhythm to how you play Doctor Strange. The skill ceiling has also increased. Prior to these changes, you would run into a lot of instances where you would use your first rotation of Maelstrom of Madness, you would charge yourself back up to 100, and you'd still be waiting like 4 or 5 seconds before you could use it again, right? It would put you in this really weird state where you pretty much have to hold shield, and that's all you can do. Now that it's at 6 seconds, you can have pretty much near constant uptime on the Maelstrom of Madness, and you can choose after your first rotation, do I want to be more aggressive and pressure DPS and pressure some of these supports that are out of position, hopefully get a stray kill with my fully charged Maelstrom? Or do I want to play a little bit more defensive after my Maelstrom and then charge it up a little bit more slowly so that I can help my team, right? The ebb and flow and the rhythm I'm talking about when it comes to that decision making is saying essentially, do I want to primary fire and melee more? Or in this situation, do I want to primary fire into shield, right? He's got a lot of these cancels. He's got a lot of these cool little techs that you can do. And again, this change, the 6 second change, makes that rhythm a lot more fluid. I think Doctor Strange has become a much more fluid hero to play. And when it comes to tanks specifically, they're not naturally the most fluid heroes, right? They're not naturally the most graceful in that sense. So I love the fact that Doctor Strange just feels like you can have more skill expression with the Maelstrom of Madness changes. You're an actual threat. People have to respect you, right? When you're walking onto your team and when you're taking space, like DPS can't just walk up and try to check you, right? Supports can't just like ignore you. You are a viable threat in their backline and you have to be dealt with. Obviously, he still struggles into stuff like Emma, but being able to return a lot of that damage, being able to play around the diamond form and stuff like that, like you can still do that and you can still pump a ton of damage into her. So I would highly recommend picking Doctor Strange back up if you're a tank player, if you haven't really felt like he's been in a good state in the previous patches because of Emma and stuff like that. Just play him. Play Doctor Strange Mag, call for Magneto bubbles, play him super aggressive, and you're just going to have a very, very fun time. Don't even get me started on his utility of his portal and how good his Eye of Agamotto is when comboing with DPS. You should know all of that. I would just highly recommend playing Doctor Strange and getting into that, like I said, rhythm and ebb and flow of how his kit works, because it is really, really intuitive and there is a very good fluidity to his kit.